All right, let's dive in. Sometimes the biggest shifts in tech don't come from some flashy product launch. Nope, they come from a single person changing jobs. And today, we're going to break down one of those moves, a hire that is sending absolute shockwaves through the entire AI industry. So picture this. It's February 2026. On the surface, it looks pretty simple. One person joins one company. But this was not just any hire. This was, and I mean this, a seismic event, a strategic power play that completely changed the rules of the game, basically overnight. In fact, people in the know are calling it a defining moment in what they're calling the Agentic era of AI. And what does that mean? Well, it's the era where AI stops just answering our questions and actually starts doing things for us. The stakes? They really couldn't be higher. So, yeah, that brings us right to the heart of it, the big question for this whole explainer. Why? What is it about this one person and this one move that makes it so incredibly important? Let's get into it. Okay, to really get the full impact here, we've got to look at the two main players at the center of this whole story. The man himself, the builder, and the incredible project he created. So this is Peter Steinberger. Now, after spending 13 years building his last company, he decided he was done playing the whole startup game. His motivation is actually really simple. He's a builder. He just wants to focus purely on creating the next wave of AI tech, not getting bogged down with running a business. And this is his baby, OpenClaw. It literally started as just a fun little side project, but then it just exploded in popularity. You got to think of it not as a product, but as this incredibly powerful open source tool that lets AI agents actually take the driver's seat and control a computer to get stuff done. And when I say it exploded, I am not kidding. OpenClaw has over 145,000 stars on GitHub. For anyone who doesn't live in the developer world, that is like having a multi-platinum album. It's a signal that there is a massive, super active, and totally dedicated community behind it. So what makes OpenClaw so powerful? Well, it's basically the connective tissue that gives an AI model hands and feet in the digital world. It can run commands, dig through your files, control a web browser, and even work through apps you use every day, like WhatsApp. It essentially turns a chatbot into a do-bot. So, with this massively influential project just sitting out there, OpenAI's decision to bring Steinberger on board, well, it was a strategic masterstroke. This move was about so much more than just hiring a talented guy. You see, instead of getting into the usual tug of war between open source and closed source, OpenAI did something really clever. They hired Steinberger, sure, but they helped him move OpenClaw into its own independent foundation, which they now sponsor. It's this brilliant third way that lets them win the loyalty of that huge open source community without actually owning the project, which, let's be honest, would have probably killed the independent spirit that made it so popular in the first place. This one move gives OpenAI 3 gigantic wins. First, it puts their dream of creating a super assistant on the fast track. Second, it basically brings that entire ecosystem of 145,000 developers right into their sphere of influence. And third, and this is the real kicker, it hijacks a project that was sending a ton of users directly to their biggest rival, Anthropic. Checkmate. Now, a move this big doesn't just happen in a bubble. It forces literally everyone else in the industry to react, and to react fast. So let's take a look at how the other major players are scrambling to respond to this. And you can see how this one move just forces everyone to pick a lane. Anthropic, now that it's lost a key source of users, is doubling down on being the safe choice for big businesses. Google is doing what Google does, leveraging its massive scale and baking agents right into Android and Workspace. Meta is leaning hard into its open source identity, planning to support the OpenClaw Foundation to keep it as a shared resource for everyone. And then you've got Apple, playing to its biggest strengths, privacy, and doing as much as possible right there on your device. But, and this is a big but, giving AI agents this much power to act in the real world raises a massive, unavoidable question. With all this newfound autonomy, how in the world do you maintain control and keep these things safe? And listen, this is not just some theoretical problem for the future. Security firms have come down hard on OpenClaw's architecture. Some even called its high level of system access a lethal trifecta of risk. I mean, giving an AI God mode on your computer is unsurprisingly a little bit dangerous. So what Steinberger's move to OpenAI really does is it forces this major showdown. It's become a clash between two fundamentally different ideas on how to build an AI agent that is both powerful and secure.
So here's how it breaks down. OpenAI is basically building a user-friendly system that runs in a managed virtual environment up in the cloud. Think of it like a padded room for the AI. When it needs to do something sensitive, it politely hands the controls back to you. Anthropic, on the other hand, is building a fortified jail right on your own computer using super strict operating system rules. It's less about a polite handover and more about hard, technical walls the AI just cannot cross. Period. So, after all of that, the hire, the brilliant strategy, the big security debate, what does it all actually mean for the future? Let's zoom out and look at the big picture for a second. The number one thing to take away from all this is that the goalposts have moved. The AI race is no longer just about building the smartest model that can get the highest test scores. It is now officially about building the most useful agent, one that can safely and effectively get things done for you in your digital life. And this unlocks the next frontier, what's being called the agent-to-agent or A2A economy. This is a future where your personal AI doesn't just go to a website to book a flight. No, it talks directly to the airline's AI agent to negotiate the best seat and the best price on your behalf. We're talking about bots talking to other bots to run our lives. Which brings us to our final and maybe most critical question. As these incredibly powerful agents become the main way we interact with our digital lives, managing our files, our money, our private messages, who do we ultimately trust to hold the keys? The user-friendly provider in the cloud, or the fortified jail on our own machine? That's the choice that we're all going to have to make, and probably sooner than we think.